Good morning. This weekend is a adulting weekend where we have to do some work on the RV. We're at an RV park in the winter that we often come back to, and we like to get some projects done while we're here. So this weekend we are replacing the seal on the roof. Let's go on up. We're Kristen, Jameson, and Maddie. We live in our motorhome full-time and we vacation in our camper van. We're excited to take you with us. Would you like to tell our viewers what you're working on, Jameson?
I am trying to remove the old die-core so we can put a fresh coat on. It is pretty much original, so it's just coming off in like a tape, even though it should be much more adhered to the roof. So we'll get it removed, clean it with some good mineral spirits, and then put some new down. So we're fresh for the next season. There's a lot of screws missing.
There's screws missing? Should we fill them?
I don't know. I mean, like, there's 3 in a row right here missing. Then 1, then 2 missing, then 1, then 1. Yeah, it's...
How does that happen? It looks like they never put them in on these ones.
Yeah, no, they never put them in from the factory.
Okay.
Like, this is original. Like, I think we are the first to strip this all the way down. I don't think the Canadians did the maintenance themselves, and I don't think a lot of places would have actually done this. They would have just put it over.
Wow. 15 years of putting it over.
Yeah, it's time to take it off. I think how easy it's coming off is proof that
Needs to come off.
yeah. Alright, I'm gonna probably stop here. I redid this whole shower cap earlier this year, so we'll stop here. So I don't think it's supposed to be coming up like this, but it is just until it's thin. Comes up pretty much like that, just like tape. And there's a lot of screws missing. You can pretty much just do that.
So after tearing all of this up, we've decided that we really want to put the Eternabond tape down before we put the die-core down. And now we're in a mad dash of trying to find somewhere that has the Eternabond tape that's the right size for what we need. So we're able to order 4-inch for the front and the back cap on Amazon to be here by 6 p.m. because we're in Phoenix and it's sweet. But now we're calling around a bunch of places, seeing if we can find the 2-inch to do each side. And so far we found one place that has 1 roll, so we can do half of the RV because it's 40 feet long and the rolls are 50 feet. But we've already taken all the stuff off the other sides. So we've got about 80 feet of tape that we need, and we have found 50 feet so far. So wish us luck. We've been in our Gulfstream Yellowstone for about 1.5 years now.
Yep.
And we haven't done really any renovation. When we first moved in, everything was all brass on every handle, kind of like this, and we replaced doorknobs.
About it.
That's about it. And I think we kind of like it good enough,
Yeah,
the way it is. So we haven't really been compelled to make too many changes, but we decided that we wanted to try taking the window treatments off and maybe painting this slide as a starting point. So late last night we took these the shades and the window treatments off, and that's what it looked like.
Yeah.
Today.
Got a little bit more work to do. Get this side taken off. Then we'll possibly take out the dining table area and get that removed so we can paint behind that too, because we're not 100% sure we want to keep that long term. But that way it'll be even paint. So yeah, we have a little bit of work to do.
And we're not totally sure if we're gonna keep the window treatments off or put them back on. We like the privacy of the window being totally enclosed, especially like boondocking at night and stuff. But if you have great RV window treatment ideas, please let us know.
Share them in the comments, yes.
Cool. All right, well, here we go.
All right. Here we are, day 2. So we have cleaned all the surfaces with TSP cleaning solution. We have taped everything off. We've puttied the holes from all the screws that we removed. We have primed it. We primed it last night, let it dry overnight. So that way this morning we are ready to paint it. Yeah.
We're also ready to get our house back to normal, because when you have a tiny house, there's not a lot of space to put the things you have to move to do projects, and it's a mess.
Yep.
Put any real pressure on these people of yours to pay those mortgages?
Times are bad, Mr. Potter. A lot of these people are out of work.
Well, foreclose.
I can't do that. These families have children.
Not much.
So we have our annual maintenance. We need to replace the anode in our hot water heater. We need to do it or check it about once a year, and usually you should replace it about the same frequency. So what we're gonna do right now, I've already turned the water supply off to the hot water heater. I've purged it with the pressure valve, and now we'll drain it with taking the old anode out and see what condition it's in.
Spray at me?
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's not great. Oh wow.
It's not completely gone, but definitely needed to be done.
Holy cow, on that end though, huh? That looks bad.
Yep, it was time.
So it's been over a year.
Yeah, it's been about a year and a half. So there's buildup in there, and I need to get it cleaned off. So I'm just using a little brass brush to scrape off the calcium or whatever the buildup is inside of the hot water heater on the threads. So the new anode will go in there smooth and clean. So we're ready to put our new anode in. We put Teflon tape on there to make sure it doesn't leak. We waited for it to completely stop draining and washed it out a few times. So yeah, let's go. Always start it by hand. Alright, let's start filling it with water. I'll go turn the water on. So we have the water on right now, and it's going to start filling the tank. We have the pressure relief valve open, so the tank can fill to the top, and then once it starts flowing out the pressure relief valve, we'll close that, and that way the tank will be full and we'll know that there won't be any air bubble, or there'll be as little as possible, because you don't want any air in your hot water tank when it starts to heat up. All right, there it is, so we can close it. There we go, and hopefully it stops leaking.
So that's how you know that it's totally full.
Yeah. So we're done with that. As probably like a 15-minute job, maybe a little bit more. All you need is a wrench. Socket's preferable. Mine used a 27 millimeter, pretty big socket, so one that I had to get separate of my kit. And just the anode, I buy them in a 2-pack, so now that I use the second one, I'll order another 2-pack just to have on hand. And another thing you need to think about when you do this is sometimes your pressure relief valves will go bad. They do, so if it does, it's not the end of the world, but it is another thing you need to go through and replace. So hopefully ours didn't go bad, but we'll see. There's a few drips coming off right now, but we'll follow up on it and make sure that there's nothing continuous going. So good luck.